Hi, it's Wednesday the 6th of February 2019, or so they say, and it's just gone 11:30 a.m. and at 1 minute past 12 today the moon clicks into Pisces, which is my sun sign. So for the next 2.5 days until Saturday morning at 12:35 a.m. the moon will be in Pisces. So I'm attempting to do my first 2.5 day fast. So I'm going to have a quick light meal now as my last meal before I actually start fasting. But I may do some juicing because it is my first fast, and obviously I want to introduce myself to it gradually and not shock the body. But I'm going to try as hard as I can to go for the 2.5 days on just water. But I think I will make up a little bit of juice that I can sip on now and again if I do feel very, very hangry. So yeah, I'm going to log my experience and see how we go. Bye for now. It is 12 o'clock. Waiting till 1 minute past 12, and then Pisces, the moon's in Pisces, clicks into Pisces, which is my sun sign, which means I start the 2.5 day process of raising the Chrism oil. If you're not sure what that is, I will explain later on throughout this video log that I'll be doing for the next 2.5 days, but you can also find out a lot about it at Mr. Astrology, Santos Bonacci, and also Charlie Freak has done a lot of stuff on it as well. You can see his videos at Freak Sense TV on YouTube. It's just clicked in, 12:01. I'm officially moon in Pisces, starting the raising of the Chrism oil. I will keep you posted. I'm feeling very, very excited and very optimistic, but we'll just see how I go. Ciao for now. Okay, I'm just about to make a juice so that maybe later tonight or in the morning, if I am feeling a little bit on the peckish side, as I said, because I have never done a 3-day fast before, so I'm going to be very gentle on myself this time around. So if I do need to have something, I'll just have a little mouthful of my juice. So I'm just about to make a yummy juice to put in the fridge for later or tomorrow morning. Okay, I'm just about to make my smoothie now. So I've put my banana in there and then the juice of 1 lemon, just to stop the banana going brown and also to help in the detoxification process. A few greens, and some blackberries, yum, and some blueberries. Okay, and then I'll use a dollop of this. This is almond milk yogurt. Not as fussed on this as I am the coconut yogurt, but they didn't have any coconut yogurt when I went to get yogurt the other day, and that was the only one, so I thought I'd give it a try. So I'm trying to use it up now. But this is the one I like, although this is the vanilla. I much prefer the natural, but they didn't have any of the natural. But yeah, coconut yogurt. So this is vanilla, so I'll just put a little bit of that in as well. Okay. And then I will put in a little bit of my secret ingredient. My secret greens, if you know what I mean. And then I will top it up with coconut water. And just a little dribble of Canadian maple syrup. Okay. bad boy, and let's give it a blend. There we have it. Look at the colour of that. Oh my goodness, isn't that beautiful? So that will go in the fridge, and I will be having that if and when I start to get the hangries. Okay, it is just gone 3 o'clock, so I'm 3 hours into my fast on Wednesday the 6th of Feb. So I've just come up to my massage room, and it's probably the quietest room in the house where I can tuck myself away, and I'm going to do my meditation. So I've just set up down here, squeezed in beside the massage table down there. I've got my water, I've also got a notepad and pen, and I've got my little Tibetan singing bowl, just so I can do a little ritual before and after I start my meditation. So yeah, I'll see how I go. Now normally I would have music playing, but I think I'm just going to listen to the sound of nature this afternoon and just try and switch the mind off. Okay, it's just on an hour since I started meditating. I've just spent the last 5 minutes or so writing down what I experienced. Yeah, found it hard for the body to settle. Eventually I did, and I started sort of drifting into more of a relaxed state, able to concentrate a little bit more on my breathing, consciously asking God for a connection, and then I got the immediate strong thought through that I am already connected to God. So I rephrased it and I asked for a more conscious connection with God. I also thought of Joshua Swift from Authentic Intent. I know he's been ill in hospital. I've been sending him prayers on a daily basis, but he came to me quite strongly in this meditation, so I sent him some more healing, and I'll send him a little personal message later with some other stuff that came through that I think could benefit him. It's a good meditation. As I say, nothing really big came to me, just a few little messages, and I'm really trying to just allow the mind to not wander and to just free itself up for receiving messages, rather than trying to force things. So, but at the same time trying to really focus in on using my third eye and my mind's eye to bring about colours, shapes, visions, lights. So I did get a point of light, and at one stage it sort of fluffed out like petals opening on a flower. It was like a pale yellow, but it was only for a split second, and then it was gone and it was back to black again. In the past I've had quite a lot of vivid colours and shapes come to me, but as I said, it's been a while since I've done some serious meditation, so I guess it's going to take a while to get back into the swing of things and to be able to see those things again. So I'm not going to be able to sun gaze this afternoon because it's very, very overcast, although there's blue sky straight up here, so it may come over blue. But over in the west at the moment, it's very, very grey. We've had a fair bit of rain today, which is actually good because we were very, very dry for quite a while. So it's nice to have the rain. It just means I won't be able to sun gaze this afternoon. Okay, it's 7 o'clock I think, and day one, and I'm really starting to feel hungry. I normally snack in the afternoon. I usually have something really light for breakfast, like maybe just a smoothie like I showed you a little earlier, or maybe just some fruit and some yogurt, and then I pretty much get through most of the rest of the day on just water, maybe a bit more juice. I usually just snack in the afternoon, just something light again, or maybe a salad, or fruit, or a handful of nuts, and maybe some pickled garlic, or olives, or things like that. Sometimes if I'm naughty, maybe some veggie chips, or organic corn chips or something. But generally I try and keep it healthy. And then usually have dinner about now, anywhere between 6:30 and 7:30, 8 o'clock. So it's just gone 7 now, and I am friggin' starving. And I've just been drinking water, just trying to keep the hunger pangs at bay. But yeah, I really don't know how I'm going to do this into the night, and all day tomorrow, and tomorrow night, and into Friday, all the way through Friday. Saturday morning is going to be the first time I'll be able to actually eat solid food. So yeah, something that I felt really positive about and uplifted about just a few short hours ago, I'm starting to see that, oh my God, this is going to be hard. But I'm going to stick with it for now and see how I go. I'm really asking God for guidance and for help in getting through this, because I really, really, really want to do this and be consciously aware of what is going on with my body during this particular point in the month, when the oil is coming from the center of the brain down through to the solar plexus, down to the sacrum, and back up again. So yeah, we'll see how we go. The Christos oil. Hey guys, it's Thursday the 7th. Yeah, Thursday the 7th of February, and it's nearly 2:45 in the afternoon. I meant to do a little vlog this morning when I first got up, but I forgot to do it, and then I ended up having to go off to work, so I didn't get around to doing my little log. But yeah, just getting you up to speed with how I'm going with my 3-day fasting and purification. Last night I went to bed really early. I did struggle in the late afternoon and evening with hunger, and so I ended up taking myself off to bed around about 8 o'clock, but I read for probably about an hour, turned the lights out about 9. Found it hard to get to sleep, finally drifted off to sleep after having copious amounts of water to try and quell the hunger pangs, and doing a bit of tapping as well, which I think actually helped. EFT, emotional freedom technique tapping. If you haven't heard of it, I might do another video at some stage about that. Yeah, so, but then my husband came to bed a bit later and kind of woke me up, and then the cycle started again. Of course, he jumps into bed, hits the pillow, and he's out like a light, and then I'm awake for the next hour again, tossing and turning and trying to get to sleep through the hunger pangs. But once I got to sleep, I actually had a really, really, really good sleep. I felt this morning, even though I couldn't recall my dreams, normally I recall my dreams, I have very vivid dreams, but I actually felt when I woke up that my dream state was calmer than normal, not as frantic. I didn't feel like I was running around, you know, trying to do as much in my dream, or I didn't have any frustrating dreams or anything that I sort of woke up just feeling like, oh my God, that was weird, or whatever. Like, I just felt peaceful. I woke up this morning feeling quite peaceful, and funnily enough, didn't wake up with hunger. So I had my shower, did my normal routine, of course, except not having breakfast. Just had water, and I did take a little bit of that juice that I made yesterday with me to work, and I have sipped on it a few times throughout the day. And I also took some cell salts. I can't remember now which one, but I can yeah, look at that later and maybe insert that in a later excerpt in this video. So yeah, got through today at work okay. Still very hungry. At the moment I'm sort of feeling very lethargic, lack of energy, but I also feel relaxed. Like it's not a lethargy that's a drained kind of feeling. It's hard to describe. I was listening to some binaural beats while I was working with my earpieces, so specifically for the pineal gland, activating the pineal gland. So I think that's put me in like a sort of a bit of a meditative state already before I've even begun my afternoon meditation, which I'm about to do soon. So yeah, so I'm feeling very relaxed, but a little lacking in energy, but I think that's just a relaxed feeling. But I do feel that today there were little, just for a few seconds here and there, a couple of little times when I just felt complete peace. It's hard to describe. It's just, yeah, just non-worry, non-fearful, just a letting go, and yeah, just a feeling of peace and optimism, and just, yeah, a loving feeling. Yeah, can't really put words to how I felt, but yeah, a few times throughout the day, just glimpses of it for a few seconds at a time, but there was a few of those moments, which was really nice. So I have relented and decided to have a herbal tea. I was going to try and just do completely just water with that little bit of juice now and again, but I've ended up making myself a lime and ginger herbal tea. But that's okay. Like I said, this is my first fast, and I still think I'm doing pretty damn good because yeah, I haven't really had anything solid at all since before lunch yesterday, and I've still got the rest of today and tonight to go, and all of tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be a challenge because I've got my granddaughter all day, and she's eating every couple of hours. You know, she has breakfast, and then she has morning tea, and then she has lunch, then she has afternoon tea, then dinner, although I don't normally give her dinner. Normally mum or dad's picked her up by then and she goes home for dinner, but I'll do all the other meals with her on a Friday. So it's going to be a challenge actually preparing her meals and watching her eat. The middle day of my 3-day fast. And I don't know whether at this point I will have already inserted in what it's all about, because I'll have to do a separate little presentation, and I'll just insert it somewhere in all my logging of these 3 days. But yeah, for those that don't know, it's about raising the Chrism oil once a month. The pineal and the pituitary gland secrete, I think it's the pineal gland secretes an oil and mixes with solution from the pituitary gland, and then it goes down the central nervous system down to the sacral at the base of the spine, not the actual coccyx, but the sacral, the last, I think it's 3 or 4 vertebrae before you get to the coccyx, and then it rises and then goes back up into, I think it's through the, it's escaped me. There is a nerve that it goes through in the base of the skull. But yeah, it's a direct connection to the Christ consciousness through meditation, through righteous living, as in, you know, no alcohol or sex and things like that, and keeping the body alkaline. Well, I've chosen to do a full fast. Some people just still eat, but they just eat very light and keep their body completely alkaline. But anyway, I'll give you some links anyway under this for people that can explain it with proper diagrams and videos and presentations, like Santos Bonacci and Charlie Freak from Freak Sense TV, and Santos is from Mr. Astrotheology, and there are other ones out there too that do in-depth presentations on the Chrism oil, the secretion of the sacred oil, the Christ consciousness. Okay, I've just made up some organic coffee, just with some distilled water, just boiled it up to dilute it, and I will be doing a coffee enema as part of my cleansing ritual as well. So obviously I won't be videoing that, but I'll let you guys know how I go afterwards and how I feel after having a coffee enema. Hey, it's 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Thursday, and I'm so friggin' hungry, but I'm managing to sort of keep it at bay a little bit. Done a little bit more tapping. I did the coffee enema this afternoon, so I did a huge, well, there wasn't much to clean out, but I feel like I'm clean as a whistle. So yeah, I'll probably be going to bed soon, because yeah, early evenings and afternoons are probably my worst for really craving food. I've had heaps of water. I've actually put a couple of drops of lime essential oil in the last couple of waters I've had, just to give it a little bit of flavour. I mean, not that I mind the flavour of water, but I just feel I just need something else in my mouth. But all in all, I'm feeling pretty good. Looking forward to my breakfast on Saturday though, so I'm going to be so grateful for every single mouthful. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself there. I've really got to get through tomorrow yet. So, alright, I will get going and probably head to bed soon. And as I said earlier, probably won't be able to log during the day tomorrow because I've got my little darling granddaughter, but I'll try and catch up with you all tomorrow night and let you know how I'm going, and then I'll be on the homeward straight. Hi everyone, it's just gone 6:30 a.m. Friday the 8th of February, and I'm on day 3, well no, day, yeah, sort of day 3, because I started Wednesday and then all day Thursday, and then I'm into day 3 now of my 3.5 day fast. So I did really well last night. I just had the last of that juice that I made on the Wednesday. If you remember, I had, I think, banana in it and some berries and some coconut water and a few greens and things. I made that last. Just had a couple of sips here and there if I felt that I really was needing to do something with the hunger pangs. And yeah, I just had the last of it last night before I went to bed. I think I went to bed at about 8:30, something like that. So still fairly early for me, but yeah, I just felt that I needed to go to bed early to stop any temptation of yeah, reaching out for something to eat. Although the temptation wasn't too much, I managed to keep it under wraps, at bay rather. So yeah, so I went to bed, just read for a while, and then had a really good night's sleep. Woke up this morning feeling really clear. I had a nice solid sleep. I'm just going to make another juice. As I said, today I've got my granddaughter coming. She'll be here in about half an hour. So I thought I'd make a juice because she's going to be eating throughout the day. So I thought at least if I have a juice that I can sip on now and again, it'll help with any hunger pangs and feelings of needing to eat anything. So what I've got is I've got some homegrown celery. Just got it soaking in a bit of water here, but heaps of celery leaves and some celery stalk, all homegrown from my garden. And I have got some, I don't know if you can see there yet, I've got organic carrot, unfortunately not grown from the garden, I had to buy it, but it's organic. And I've got some cucumber, some tomato, a little bit of turmeric and a little bit of garlic. So I'm going to juice up the celery, carrot, cucumber and the roots, and I'm going to juice that in the juicer, and then I will take that juice and I will put the whole tomato, which I'll do that now, pop it in here, so I can have the whole pulp of the tomato. I find if I try and pulp up, use the celery and carrot in the Ninja, it's just too fibrous to drink. So I find if I just extract just the juice out of my juice extractor, and then I can use the juice, but I still get the full fibre and the full pulp of the tomato, or tomato for my American friends. Okay, so I'll get going with that, and I'll catch you later. Some more juice ready to go for if I feel I need to have a little something in my stomach. But so far I've done really well. I've made that other juice last nearly 3 days, and I'm into day 3, so yeah, I'm doing really well for my very first fast. I'll catch you later. Piano. Okay, it's just gone 7, Friday evening, the 8th of February, and so this is sort of day 3 of my fast, and I actually did break it at 5 o'clock today. I'm a bit disappointed with myself, but I was absolutely going insane with hunger and feeling dizzy, nauseous, just lacking energy. So I had 4 dates, 4 very small dried dates, and I had a couple of mouthfuls of vegan coconut yogurt, and I had a cup of tea. So, but I'm still considering this is my first fast. I've gone from Wednesday, I think my last meal was at about 11:30 a.m. Wednesday morning, and then I did a complete fast from then and got through till today, which is Friday, 5 o'clock today. So the moon actually goes out of Pisces tonight at 12:23, I think it is. Yeah, 12:23, 25, something like that. In the morning, and I'll be fast asleep by then. So the Chrism oil will be raising, I suppose, as I'm speaking. I'm going to do my meditation soon. I didn't get to do the daily meditation today because I had my granddaughter, but I'm going to go and do a meditation tonight before I go to bed. But yeah, so I'm a little disappointed in myself that I have eaten solid food. Other than that, I've just been having water, and I did have a herbal tea yesterday, and I had I've had a little tiny sip of juice here and there. I'm going to have probably a little bit of that juice that I made up this morning. I've had a couple of sips of that today, earlier today. I'll probably have a bit more of that before I go to bed. But still, I think I have had no alcohol, I've had no heavy foods, I've been drinking mainly water, I've been meditating. I managed to get some sun gazing in this afternoon as well after my granddaughter left. I got about probably 5 minutes of sun gazing before it went behind the clouds again. So I think I've done all the right things to honour the raising of the Chrism oil and hopefully, you know, raising my consciousness and connecting with my Christ consciousness. So, but next month will be even bigger, because next month the sun and the moon will both be in Pisces, so that is probably going to be even more important for me to really stick to it. But this has been good as a first attempt at fasting for 3.5 days. So yeah, I'm still pretty happy with myself that I've got this far, but I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to a nice breakfast tomorrow. I'll be down to the fruit markets and getting heaps of fruit and veg, and yeah, and just slowly, gradually introducing food again. I won't go too overboard straight away. I mean, even before, just those 4 little tiny dates that I had and a couple of spoonfuls of yogurt, and I felt absolutely full. So it just goes to show you how much the stomach shrinks after, you know, 2.5, 3 days of not eating. But anyway, so that's it for now. I will. I'm just listening to Santos Bonacci at the moment, just his latest upload on YouTube. And yeah, going to finish listening to that, go and do my meditation, hop off to bed, and awaken in the morning. And yeah, I'll do a final summary of how I've gone for the last few days, and then head down to the markets. Yay, I did it. It is Saturday the 9th of February, and I'm through my 3-day fast. So just a summary, I wanted to do it. It's the first time I've ever done a fast, as I said before throughout this video, and I was mainly doing it because I wanted to do a cleanse, and I also wanted to do it in conjunction with the raising of the Chrism oil, which I will be putting some links in the description to Santos Bonacci and to Charlie Freak, who have got really, really good videos, very professionally done, and explain in detail exactly what that all entails. So I'm only sort of learning this at the moment. I have been aware of it for a couple of years, but only really putting it into practice now. So they can explain it in much better detail than I can, and they've got the graphics and everything with their videos to explain and show you how it all works. Basically, that's what I was doing. I was honouring the raising of the Chrism oil. I can't say that I actually felt anything major happen, any major shifts. I did struggle a lot with the fasting. As I said, it's the first time I've fasted, and next month, I think what I'll do is a few days beforehand I'll prepare a bit better, and I might just do some juicing and gradually weaning myself off food. Not that I eat a great deal. I'm vegan and I eat mainly raw, and I eat fairly healthily. Well, very healthily. But I just think mentally preparing, and maybe a little bit more sort of physical preparation and juicing and things before I actually do the fast next month. But it made me realise how much we do rely on the comfort of food. And when we're out of our comfort zone, how much the mind starts really, you know, doing a number on us, and how we can yeah, just become so absorbed and taken over by thoughts of wanting what we can't have. So yeah, it was a huge lesson for me, having to learn how to keep the mind occupied with other things. So the meditation I did last night didn't really get too much. Body was still a bit fidgety, even though I was doing it at night, just before I went to bed, in complete darkness. And there wasn't really much noise around other than a few possums and rustlings of birds and things in the trees next to us. So I was really hoping for a deeper meditation, but I couldn't quite get there. I meditated for about 45 minutes, but I felt relaxed, and I was able to get a really good night's sleep, so that's always a bonus. Yeah, so all in all, I did enjoy the experience as much as it drove me nuts not being able to eat. It was actually good for me on a spiritual level, and also working with my mind and really trying to, you know, focus on higher minded things and to get away from the carnal living. Yeah, so, but I'm really looking forward to something to eat today. I'm about to pop down to the fruit and veg markets and grab some nice yummy fruit and some veggies and some things. So I'll probably just have a cup of tea now before I head out, and yeah, go and do that. So I hope you've enjoyed this little sort of documentary I've done over the last few days. It's the first time I've done this sort of thing, so I'm sorry if I repeated myself. I'm sorry if it doesn't sort of come across that professional or that well, but it's just me, and that's it. That's, you know, you're gonna have to love me or leave me. But if you did like the video, yeah, can you please hit like and subscribe and click the bell, and also share this knowledge with other people, because it is definitely the way to raising our consciousness and to ascending. So Christ is within, and this truly shows us the way to connect with our Christ self and to be in touch in a personal relationship with God. Love you all. Ciao for now. Okay, this is what I've got at the markets. Heaps of organic stuff. Yummy fruit and veg, and coconut water, and extra virgin olive oil. Beautiful. Look forward to making a feast, a healthy feast. So my first real solid meal since my fasting. So we've got organic grapes, we have pineapple, we have some blueberries, some blackberries, some cashews, some almonds, and pineapple. So just remember, when you do fasting or juicing, when you start to reintroduce solid foods, just do it gently, just light meals, mainly just fruit and nuts and things like that, and raw food, so that the digestive tract can get back into the rhythm of digesting. So just, yeah, keep it simple and keep it very light, and be gentle and kind with your body. Ciao.